Okay, it's meteorologist Jamey Singleton. I wanted to hop back on, get rid of that countdown. You can see a live look at the Lynchburg area. This is from VDOT. Cameras located there showing a lot of ponding of water on the roadway. We've got a flash flood warning in effect and a report of a landslide on 12th Street. That's from Channel 13. Will Stafford over there is reporting that he confirmed 12th Street is closed in Lynchburg due to a landslide. Trees blocking the road also in front of Virginia Laundry Lofts, and one of the places that was flooded over the weekend, 460 near Moore's Country Store, is flooding again. And that's not surprising considering all the rain that we've got falling across the area. Now this is a enhanced look again at that area in Lynchburg, but we can look at all of these different locations here and get an idea of what's going on. This is another picture here. This is off of the 6 Mile area. And you can see traffic moving very slowly here. A lot of lightning out. It is just pouring down rain in buckets. And that was the concern all day that I had. And unfortunately, it's coming to fruition as we have a flood warning in effect, flash flood warning in effect for the area until 4:30. That may be extended. We've got a few flood closures going on with the roads, but we've also got about 7,000 customer outages from AEP. Some of those are in Lynchburg. We've got about 119 folks without power in Lynchburg, about 211 in Bedford County, 184 in Botetourt County, and just a handful, 74 in Franklin County. Roanoke County's got 24 folks without power. Nelson County has 15 folks. So just a few in Campbell County, they are literally about 3. But we've got a few more here in the orange. Carroll County's got a fair amount of power outages. You're sitting at about 905. Grayson County has 877 without power. And Bland County has 762 power outages in effect. This is a look at the actual state of Virginia. We'll refresh this and see if anything jumps out at us. It's mainly Amherst County that's seeing a lot of the power outages earlier. But we've still got some outages that we need to watch for the rest of tonight, because we'll probably see more trees coming down because of all this wet roadway activity. You can see the lightning there on that one camera. Let's pull up a few other cameras and see what we can pick out here from VDOT. Wet roads, I don't see a lot of rain falling there on 501 and 29 Business, but we'll go throughout the Lynchburg area here. You can see it's pouring down there in this location. This is just north of the city, going into southern Amherst County. And now we don't have any car in that activity, so we can't really see the rain falling. Some of these cameras may not be working. I do know that this road here is closed. That's Route 705 in Amherst County. It's closed due to flooding. And some of these cameras may not be working because of the rain. I'm trying to get them to connect here. There again, you see more of the heavier rainfall kind of pixelating there on the screen. So very hard to get a signal out when it is raining that hard. So I believe it's probably some kind of wireless internet that they use on these cameras to get this back to VDOT to pump it out to you guys from the website here. Looking at the southern side of the city now, and much the same. It's just pouring down rain, a lot of standing water on some of the main roads. Here's the 460 interchange, and see the cameras there covered. You see all the big raindrops falling, just a ton of water in the sky. And that will continue to be the case overnight tonight. Let's go to the radar, and I'll show you we've got several flash flood warnings in effect. Nelson County is under a flood advisory. There's also a flood advisory out for Franklin County. And we've got flash flood warnings now for Floyd, Patrick, Southern Carroll, going into the Blue Ridge Parkway here, south and west of Franklin County. There are more flash flood warnings almost connected here. This is the deformation zone of this area of low pressure. And as I put that in motion, you can again pick it out. And that's where I was telling you we're going to have all the trouble tonight. You can see it right here. So you've got wind that's coming up from the south and east like this. That's where we have this elongated area of flooding, and that continues up to the north into Lynchburg, but also it continues well south down here in the North Carolina mountains. This is all headed north and east. So you folks in Franklin County and Patrick County, the rain's going to start picking up once again. Same case for Henry County and the Pittsylvania County. You've got one area of storms that's leaving you right now, and you've got another area that's moving in. And some of these storms, as I mentioned, are just training over the same area. So some of them appear to be kind of stalling out because of the continuation of the energy that we're seeing in this area. Got a flood report coming out of North Carolina as well. I'll read that to you right now. 4.5 inches of rain has fallen there. And we'll pop up some other things here in just a second. I'm just kind of going through North Wilkesboro. You have very heavy rain. The heaviest of rain right now is from Mount Airy, Dobson, and the North Wilkesboro, Taylorsville, and Lenore. There's a little bit more rain in behind this as well that we're going to have to watch into the rest of tonight. But let me get to the point that you guys really probably want to tune in for, is when is the rain going to stop? I can tell you when the what the general thinking is on that. This is rainfall rate as we see it right now, and you can see the really high rainfall rates right there. We've had about 3.5 inches of rain in just the past hour, right there near Woodford Center, Gillespie, from Evington to Green Meadows and Fairfield. Also down here near Huddleston, we've had 3.29 inches of rain in just the past hour. That's a lot of rainfall, and that continues right there near Mentlow, Woodford Center, Huddleston, Leesville, north of Lynch Station. If you go up 29 out of Campbell County, once you get to Oak Grove, Laneswell Fork, Russellwood, and Kingston, that's where the really heavy rain begins. And it will start to sink south overnight tonight. So if you live in Alta Vista, this heavier rain is coming toward you in the downtown area. I know that area can flood as well, so you need to be on guard tonight. Now you see Lynchburg City here, northern side of Lynchburg City, not seeing as much rain right now as far as rates are concerned. But once you get to Liberty University, 460s right here, once you go south of 460 here, that's where you're running to the 2 to 3 inch rainfall rates. Also near the airport, it's already flooded. Some roads near the airport are underwater right now, and that's probably rushing water. It's probably coming down at a really high rate, as we can confirm here on the radar picture. And that's what we're seeing there. So let me move this really fast, and then we'll show you the switcher here, which is going to show us how unstable it is. We're still looking at 1 to 2,000 CAPE values here through Southside, going up through North Carolina. We've got a lot more to go. We've got this leaf of low pressure that's down here, this wave that's coming in right now across the border. So at least, I'd say 3 more hours of rain, and maybe things will calm down a little bit after that, after about 2 o'clock or so. But until then, it's still going to go pretty strong here. All right, here's the switcher. Rock Hill Road's flooded. I'm listening to the scanners now as well. You can see that big blow up there right on the left side of the screen, and the flooding reports and the flash flood warnings are coming out in the polygon. Look at all the flooding reports we're now getting at the icons there. This is a 3D look at everything. This is a kind of a new feature I have for you. And you can see there at the bottom of your screen around Taylorsville and Wilkesboro, that's where a lot of the flooding is ongoing right now, but you can see how that connects up the road here toward the Lynchburg area. I was trying to get you a better view, but that's going to do it right there. You can still see that the heavy rain's connecting. And then up in West Virginia, you can see at the top of the screen that front that's squeezing all of this together. So you got moisture coming up from the south. You've got a front off to the west that's acting to squeeze all of this together. Here are rainfall rates right now. And you can see the expiration times of these flood warnings or flash flood warnings until 4 o'clock. That's in effect for areas that aren't getting rain right now, but that's because of runoff that will continue into Rockbridge County, eastern Botetourt County. Also, we've got a new flash flood warning in effect north of Farmville, going into, looks like, Buckingham County as well. This was in, Appomattox and Buckingham County and northern Charlotte County until 4:45. We've got thunderstorms between 1 and 3 inches of rain. The expected rainfall rate is 3 inches an hour. So another 3 inches of rain is forecast by the Weather Service, and they're usually pretty conservative. So they're calling for up to 6 inches of rain total for Buckingham, Dillon, Pamplin City, Andersonville, Toga, Bent Creek, and Appomattox. You definitely want to turn around, don't drown, and be very, very careful along the waters of Bear Branch, Abbott Branch, Beasley Creek, Bear Garden Creek, Bear Creek, Beaver Pond Branch, Appomattox River, and Alabama Creek. That's in effect again until 4:45. Until 4 o'clock, we've got Lynchburg here. We'll read you this flood warning as well. It's in effect for Amherst, Appomattox, City of Lynchburg, Campbell County, Bedford County, East Central Botetourt County, South Central Rockbridge County, and the City of Buena Vista in Central Virginia until 4 a.m. We've got radar producing heavy rain between 1.5 to 4 inches of rain's already fallen. Additional amounts of up to an inch possible. I would say up to maybe more than that even. But that includes Lynchburg, Bedford, Glasgow Forest, already seeing the flooding, Buena Vista, Amherst, and Big Island. We've got flooding from Flat Creek causing water to flow over Jeter Court, and the water continues to rise. That just coming in a few seconds ago from the National Weather Service, relayed there from the Lynchburg Airport. We've also got water of an unknown depth crossing US 460. So 460 is underwater in Campbell County near Tallyho Road. And let's see, we've got also a flash flood water covering 460 near Mount Athos Road from Channel 13, getting those viewer reports and reports from their viewers as well. So we appreciate them helping out the Weather Service tonight, helping us all out on the chat here. You've got more flash flood warnings. Again, another one in effect until 4:30 in the morning. This is for Floyd County, western Patrick County. Patrick County is going to be one of the areas that gets hit hard tonight, unfortunately. Also going into southern Carroll County until 4:30 in the morning. I will read this one for you here if I can get it to pop up. Okay, it's in effect until 4:30. Already between 1 and 4 inches of rain's fallen there. That was as of 10:30, so more than that's probably fallen now. Heavy rain across the area, another 2 inches expected. Fancy Gap, Bullwine, Meadows of Dan, Willis, Cana, and Laurel Fork in the zone for flooding there. Also in North Carolina, Allegheny County going into, looks like northern Wilkes County until 5:30 in the morning. We've had about 2 to 4.5 inches of rain in North Carolina. That's Wilkes County, and that's also Allegheny County. Sparta, Trap Hill, Roaring Gap, Abshers, Barrett, Glade Valley, Stone Mountain State Park, and Sparta in this area near Big Sandy Creek, East Prong Roaring River, Big Pine Creek. You got to, also the effect of the terrain is going to be making this water a lot worse in the valleys as it, will take the water and put it in one single spot, making it deeper. Big Buffalo Creek, Christian Creek, Cove Creek, and Brush Creek. That's the area getting flooded right now in North Carolina. If you do have flooding and you want to report it, you can leave it on my comments and on my Facebook page. I've also got a live feed coming in from Twitter from different sources that are auto-posting on my behalf the second a warning is issued. So each advisory, each rainfall report, everything I just listed for you is on my Twitter page at twitter.com/Jamey Singleton. You can follow me there and set the alarm to go off every time there's a tweet from either myself or one of my weather data feeds. That would be the National Weather Service and their services they're putting out. 5.2 inches of rain in an hour. That's how much it's raining right now just northwest of Alta Vista. That's an insane amount of rain. That's like an inch every 15 minutes, about 1.25 inches every 15 minutes. And it continues here. So near 5:01 now, we've got a new flash flood warning just coming out for Appomattox, Campbell, Pittsylvania County until 5:15 in the morning. It's running between 4 and 5 inches of rain an hour. That's really right near Alta Vista on 29B here and on 29. So that area is getting flooded. That is along and south of 460 now. So 460 is flooded in Campbell County. If you go further south down 29, you're also running into some of these state routes that are starting to flood as well. So you need to be alert to that. And then if we look at the rainfall rates down here, they're not quite as impressive, but we're still up at about an inch an hour coming out of northwest North Carolina and further southwest. This has all got to move through the area. Another 2 to 3 inches an hour, and the heart of it's down here across Forest City, so it's a long way to go. Now I want to show you how long we have of this rain before signing off for the moment. And I'm going to pop up the monitor here. This is off of the latest NAM model. And give me 1 second, I'm going to adjust a few things here. Alright, so I'm going to zoom into this so you can see it a little bit better. Alright, this is the new 0Z model off of the NAM. It's a little hard to move it up a little bit more here so you can see that we'll start this around midnight. So this is around midnight. We see the rain filling back in here. Heaviest rain now on our radar is south of Lynchburg, but the model has more heavy rain developing further north. That'll be interesting to see which one's right, or if both of them are right. But the low starts to come up, and this particular model has this rain dying out. I'm not sure I buy that, but there's more heavy rain filling back in around 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and by 4 or 5 in the morning, we still got this one area of very heavy rain right over Franklin County. The HER model is very similar. Pull that up right now, and we'll show you that this is going to continue through about midnight to 3 a.m. Well, it's almost midnight now, so we need to look at this again. That's 1 a.m., that's 2 a.m. This is new model data that we're looking at here. So this stops at 2 o'clock in the morning. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, well, let's move it back to 2. That's 3 in the morning. It's still raining heavily, moderate to heavy rain from South Hill into North Carolina and into the Roanoke Valley and surrounding areas. Roanoke so far has really missed the brunt of this, though. It's really south and east of Roanoke that we're seeing all this heavy rain. And then the actual low itself has this little comma-shaped area of heavy rain from the NRV down through Franklin County. This is at 9Z, which is at, let's see, 5 a.m. 5 a.m., 6 a.m., heaviest rain right over Roanoke and Smith Mountain Lake going back into Bedford. This is tomorrow morning, folks. This is 6 a.m., 7 a.m. It's raining over, according to the model here. Getting us many units there, reporting the flooding on 460 on the scanners now. This is a very serious flooding situation, about as bad as it gets for poor folks out in Lynchburg. We've had land giving away. We've had a debris flow reported on 12th Street in Lynchburg. That street is closed. We've got rainfall totals in excess of 4.5 inches. So be very careful tonight. I'm going to sign off now, but I'll be updating you throughout the night on this latest situation with our extremely heavy rain that's continuing to fall out across the area. Some very high rainfall rates and a lot more rain to come as you see it there moving out of North Carolina. This low right above the word flood at the bottom of the screen is going to be moving north and east, bringing the rest of